Great. I think it's live already. Yeah, so maybe let's just give a couple more minutes, then we can kickstart this session. So for the folks that's already in our live, so today we are very honored to welcome Harsh, who is the founder of Push Protocols. Very, very happy to be here as well. This is Yiwei from BNB Chen. So we will kickstart the live session pretty soon. Yeah. So
Thanks, Jeremy, for
yeah,
having me. And hey, everyone.
thank
Hope you have fun today at this session.
you.
We have a couple of surprises cooked up for you. So, yes.
Very excited. Looking at my phone now. Right now, it seems like we have 1.3K viewers from the Binance Live app. Yeah,
Wow.
let's give it another minute or so. Yeah, very excited. Yeah, safe.
Likewise.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay, I think maybe we can get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, guys. So this is Yiwei from BNB Chen Growth Team. So today we are very honored to welcome Harsh, who is the project lead and founder from Push Protocol. So he's going to be talking to us about why Web3 communication matters. Harsh, do you want to give a brief intro of yourself?
GM, everyone. Hey, Yui. Sure. So, guys, I'm Harsh, project lead and founder of Push Protocol, previously known as EPNS or Ethereum Push Notification Service. We rebranded because, of course, we are coming to all Web3, starting our journey with BNB now. And yes, very soon will be available on everything Web3. What Push does, so push essentially enables communication or decentralized communications among wallets or protocols or smart contracts or backend uh, using two forms of communication, notification and chat. If I have to break it down a little bit more in technical terms, it's a decentralized protocol using which any smart contract, any dApp, any backend can send communication on-chain, off-chain notifications, chat, video, or anything else. And these communications are now tied directly to a wallet address, which are Web3 usernames, because wallet address are what we use to interact with protocols. With push, what happens is now a lot of protocols can send notifications directly to these wallet addresses, and wallet address can chat among each other. Uh, this is done through our open network, which means any crypto frontend and any crypto wallet can tap into these communications, which are encrypted. But of course, because crypto wallets have a user private key, they can tap into it and they can show these notifications out, or they can show these chat out, thereby simplifying the entire Web3 UX and bringing it on par with the Web2 UX. Uh, just an example like why notifications are so important. We don't realize, but we use it to do almost all the things in our life in Web2. For example, this podcast that you're joining on, it's probably triggered by a notification that got you here. But when you come to Web3 world, you didn't had that before us. We started back in Eat Global 2020. And now you have that, so you can have very important notifications, whether it's about loan liquidations or near loan liquidations, because you, of course, you want to be notified before your loan expires, not if someone has taken your loan. Governance, like if someone is moving a governance proposal, wallet addresses can be notified. It can be used for NFT rebids. It can be used in metaverse. Yeah, it can also be used in media or off-chain logic, like CoinDesk does, working with Push. So yeah, that's what push does. From then to now, we have powered more than 27 million notifications. We have been working with over 140 protocols, some of which are Uniswap, Aave, Lens,
Mhm.
DYDX, Gitcoin, Decentraland, and almost all the cool protocols of Ethereum and Polygon. And now we are going to be launching on BNB. Very excited about it. Look into or look out for announcement of our launch partners. We have some amazing launch partners coming with BNB. But yeah, as I said, like Push is a open permissionless protocol, which means now finally developers of BNB are able to utilize these notifications and these communication tools like chat to finally simplify the journey of a Web3 user and make the UX a whole lot easier. That's Push in a nutshell. Uh,
Mhm. Great. Thank you so much, Harsh. So, when we're talking about Web3 communications, Push is definitely the first name that came through our mind. And it's like very, very exciting that you guys finally are planning to come to BNB Chain and are going live fairly soon. But for the folks that are not quite familiar with Web3 notifications in general, do you have like a demo maybe you can show our audience
of
of your
course,
product feature and
uh,
stuff? Yeah.
I would love that. But before doing that, UV, we have
Mm-hmm.
prepared a special video, launch video.
Oh, awesome.
Can you play that as well? And then we can jump right into the demo.
Yes, of course. Go ahead. Yeah. Stage is yours. Yeah.
Awesome. Uh, I think you will have to click on the play uh, because you are the host.
Oh, okay. I don't see the video coming, or you have a link can share with me. Okay.
Awesome. Hope you guys liked it. Uh, Now, to get started, let me just share my screen and we can get started. So,
Yeah, I
do
really
I
like the
have to?
music. I can't stop jamming with it.
Thank you.
Great video. Yeah, great video.
Thanks. Well, the design team worked really hard for it. I'm taking the credit, but thanks. Amazing. So, let's get started over here. So what you guys are seeing over here, I'm just going to the DApp,
Mhm,
app.push.org. But as I
mhm,
mentioned before, Push is an open network, so all of these features can be integrated in your front end, can be integrated in your DApp. But for this demo, we are going to use our DApp. So if you're a user, all you have to
mhm,
do is go to app.push.org, and app.push.org contains a list of all the protocols that have been enabled on push and that are sending notifications via push. Uh, Whenever a protocol enables themselves to send notification on push, we call them channels. So that's why you have to go on the channels tab and you'll see all the channels over here, from Lens to Snapshot to Maker to Rec to Earnify and so many more. Uh, as a user, what you have to do is, because Push is a user-centric protocol, if you want a notification from a particular protocol or from a particular channel, what you have to do is you have to click on opt-in, which is a gasless event. What you are doing is basically you're signing your consent for that channel to finally send a notification directly to your wallet address. That's about it. Once you opt in, you are able to receive notifications from that channel. Very quickly, if I go to my inbox, I can see all the notifications sent from every protocol that I have been subscribed to. The notification logic depends on the protocol, which is a way cooler approach, because now finally, if let's say Uniswap goes to V4, they're able to notify the users, even if it's a off-chain thing. If they launch new features, they are able to build on top of it, or they're able to build a notification logic. If they are interacting with the smart contract, push supports that. If they are interacting with the backend, if they are interacting with the dApp, if they are interacting on-chain, off-chain, push supports almost all the use cases. Even if they are interacting with a subgraph, we support that as well, as we have a partnership with the graph. Uh, all right, so inbox channels, yeah, that's about it as a user. That's all you have to do. If you want, so as I said, open network, which means if your crypto wallet already supports push, you don't have to do anything else. These notifications will start flowing to those crypto front ends. But in case your favorite crypto wallet or favorite crypto front end doesn't support push, you can just go to receive notification and you can download the browser extension or the iOS or the Android app. Uh, it does the same thing, but it basically makes sure that the extension is able to uh, display all these notifications, all these chats out. I'm not very sure if you're able to see my extension because I shared just the tab. But yeah, you can go over to browser extension and download and just enter your wallet address, as easy as that. And after that, notifications start coming in. Very quickly for developers, I'll just show like how to send a notification out. So I already have a test channel created. I'm already opted in. Notifications with push is very, very cool. Everything is content independent, which basically means notifications can be call to action, images, YouTube links, or so much more. It doesn't have to be just plain text. Uh, so yeah, from my test channel, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send a targeted notification. Broadcast is basically sending it to everyone in our channel. Targeted is sending to one person. Subset is sending it to a group of wallets. I'm very quickly going to copy my wallet address, put it here. On subject, I'm going to write, hey, PNB chain, excited to be here and build on. Because we support media, I am going to search for a BNB meme as well. And we are basically going to uh, display that. So, okay, this one is cool. I'll just open this image and I'll just paste a link. And that's about it. When I send notification, again, because I'm sending it via the dApp, it's gasless. So all I have to do is sign uh, my payload, my JSON payload, so that it goes to the push nodes. Push nodes are our validator and indexer nodes. They basically listen to all these communications coming in. And as you can see on the right, notification already arrived after getting successfully validated. Not only that, open network, so it goes everywhere. It's on your dApp, it's on the extension, it's on the mobile app, it's everywhere where the push is integrated. So this is how notification works. Of course, once we launched notification, or even when we were working on notifications, what we realized was that any type of real-time communication tool, whether it's video, whether it's chat, it essentially needs notification. And that is what Web3 lagged. So we made sure that we first launched notification via push, but we knew that once we do that, it opens up so many exciting possibilities. Like, for example, when we are chatting on WhatsApp, we are not chatting on WhatsApp as much as we are chatting to our friends via notification. We are not on the WhatsApp front end. But when a friend sends us a message, it triggers a notification, and that's how we re-engage. And because we had notifications already, I'm excited to say that Push Chat is the only chat tool available for Web3 that enables native notifications and therefore re-engagement for all the users of EVM chain for now. But the vision is much larger. The vision is to be there on every Web3 chain, both for chat and notifications. Even the vision is a bit further. The vision is to ensure that not only we are on every chain, but a user of Solana can also message a user of BNB, or a protocol of BNB can also send a notification to a user of Solana. And everything while cross-chain will be delivered via push automatically. Uh, all right, so going to chat, all you have to do is click on chat. It basically asks you to verify your signature, or if you're a first-time user, it creates your local keys, encrypts it, and stores it for you. It's end-to-end encrypted, so no one else has access to it. And that's why it probably takes a little more time, like 10 or 20 seconds to set up the keys if you're a first time user. But after that, all you have to do is, yeah, just go on the plus button and start chatting. So I am going to, I'm going to send a chat out to someone I know, and hopefully they will reply back because I asked them to be available. But we'll find out. Uh, so yeah, let me just copy their wallet address. Very quickly, I'll go to plus. I will look up their wallet address, and oh, I'm already chatting to them. Hey, hey,
So metallic. Wait, wait. So,
GM,
yeah.
I'm on BNB. Yeah, so I just thought I'll send him a message.
Cool. Very, very cool function. Yeah.
Awesome. So we'll give it like 5 seconds if the person is online, and the person is online. So she replied, and of course, I got a
Okay.
notification.
Okay. Okay. Very
Notifications are
cool.
actually, yeah. So chat is decentralized. It's on IPFS encrypted, but because of that, the chat in itself is a little delayed, like 100 millisecond delayed, and notifications are much faster. So that's why we got the notification first, and then the chat interface loads. But yeah, that's push products in general. Any developer, any app can integrate that. They don't have to come to our app. And for anyone who wants to try it out, yep, just go to app.push.org. For chat, we have a closed access right now, but for anyone who's listening, just go on Discord, uh, say BNB chain, and tag a community manager, and we'll make sure that we whitelist your wallet right at that point.
Very cool. Thank you so much for the demo, as well as the video. I love it. So I think push definitely solves a lot of issues within the Web3 space. I know there's always this missing piece, right, when it comes to Web3 communications or cross-chain communications. And I do think your solution actually is the bridge that can actually help to solve this issue. And I do love the XMS functions as well. So for the folks, the BNB folks that want to try out this function, please do make sure you visit the Discord channel and ping the community managers so you can try out these amazing functions. I know we've talked a lot about your product. I do have a lot of questions from my end as well. So maybe Harsh, you can please share a bit more of push vision for Web3 as well as like what how you and your team is working towards this vision at this moment.
Got it. So the vision is quite big. Like while we have worked on so many cool things and enabled so many new features on Web3, I mean, sounds cliche, but we are just getting started. Uh, the I mean, the mission is to improve the Web3 UX by a ton.
Mhm.
Uh, what I feel, and this is something that I made a personal mission as well, that Web3 UX is the thing that is lacking for adoption. Like when we are talking about a billion users, right? We are not talking about tech enthusiasts. We are not talking about people who like tech and they will spend hours to understand tech. We are talking about normal users who might be non-tech as well. And when we look at Web3 from their purview, we kind of realize like how hard it is for them. Like if I want to try out a cool protocol, I basically have to do one single action, which is trying the protocol. But it's not one single action, it's actually a group of actions, probably 10 or more. I first have to download MetaMask. Before that, I need to figure out what is MetaMask, then download MetaMask, then figure out secret recovery key, then ensure that I'm saving my secret recovery key the right way, then um, get onboarded as a Web3 wallet or a Web3 username, then figure out that I need tokens, the native blockchain tokens, to interact with that chain. So I go to Binance, I log in, I do an on ramp and off ramp. Again, I have to figure out what is Binance first, and then do those steps, and then send it out, and finally I'm able to interact with the protocol. So this type of UX, I mean, from a user perspective, their time is really valuable. A user is just like you and me, and we cannot spend 4 or 5 hours just to understand some tech. So I really feel like the Web3 UX is what is the critical piece that we need to solve, and that is what our mission is, to make sure that the Web3 UX even surpasses the Web2 UX, because innovation, we have nailed it right. Now, the only thing that is remaining is making sure that a Web2 user or a Web3 user doesn't even feel the difference that they're using different apps. They have all the convenience that already Web2 apps offer. And when you have that and you combine with innovations and incentives, all of a sudden you have a much superior Web3, which will basically enable floods of users flowing in and therefore getting to 1 billion user. So that's our mission, and that's a vision for Push. Like we want to be, or we will be, the communication layer for the entire Web3. We started with notifications and chat on selected chains because we wanted to make sure that we are battle testing it right. But now we know that this works and this solves a critical and a huge problem. We are going to be on all the blockchains of Web3 very, very soon. Um, and yes, the vision still remains that a single user of Web3 is a user can have multiple wallets, and therefore we treat even multiple wallets of Ethereum or Binance or Solana as a single user if they want to, and the communication will flow to that single user. And yes, any user of Web3 of any blockchain can talk to or can notify any user of any other blockchain. Any protocol can do the same. And there's no restriction on communication. Like whatever communication you want to do, in however way you want to do it, Push as a communication middleware is there to support that.
Great, thank you so much. You actually answered my next question, which is I wanted to ask, what do you think is the biggest challenge in Web3 for the builders and the projects to overcome? But you've answered that quite well. So I guess I'll just continue with my next question. Yeah. So what's next for you guys? You mentioned you want to be deployed on all the major chains. I know BNB chain is upcoming next, but can you please also share a bit of your roadmap for the next 12 months?
Cool. I would love to. There's so many cool features that we are building just for Q1 and Q2 alone. So, yeah, right. b- We basically launched Push Chat, but that's closed. Is going to get
Mm-hmm.
open very, very soon because everything is battle tested now. Everything works. We are going to launch. something called group chats extremely soon. Is going to be launched in Q1 itself. It basically enables so many cool utilities like users can create public-private groups or token-created groups or message gating can be applied. There's incentives or chat incentives for the user if they want to do it as well, which is coming extremely soon. We also launched V1.5 of our smart contract, which enables a concept called fee pool, which is basically like for users, push is always free, but for protocols or for super users like Telegram, there will be some fee that will enable additional features, and that fee doesn't go to us; it goes to the protocol, and that is what we call as fee pool. The fee pool has
Mhm,
started growing, and with V2, what we are planning is a way to enable these fee pool to be taken either by the token
mhm,
holders or the
mhm,
token holders can decide like what share of it goes to what crypto wallets that have adopted push, thereby
mhm,
incentivizing every player to basically participate. Uh, we also did a video POC back in DEFCON where wallet to wallet video calling was done live on stage. So that's coming as well. Uh, Other forms of communication, like even Riverside and StreamYard communication, we are going to release a Web3 native version of it. All of these are, by the way, slated for Q1, Q2, and Q3. So all of these products are going to come among these quarters. For Q4, we have a very secret surprise, so I will not spoil that. But yeah, that's a glimpse of the roadmap for Push for now.
Oh, this is amazing. You guys have so many cool features coming up. So for the folks that's in the live, please stay tuned for all these cool features. I'm definitely excited to see all these new features coming up. Yeah, so I think we've talked a lot about Web3s and now Push, you guys are very, very deeply involved with the developer communities as well. So maybe let's step back a little bit and talk about the Web2 audience and the Web2 communities. I know this has been a heated discussion as well, like how to involve more Web2 users to be built on Web3. So, what are some of these steps you would recommend the Web3 builders and projects to be taken to a widened adoption of crypto and blockchain among the Web2 audience?
Got it. I mean, for Web2 audience, like for Web3 builders or Web3 developers, like my suggestion would be that look at improving the UX of your dApp, of your protocol. Imagine me as a user, uh, and now Web3 has grown quite a bit. So I don't have to keep track of one or two dApps. I'm interacting with 20, 30 protocols. And I cannot keep track of everything. So make sure that you are easing the burden of the users when it comes to they interacting with your protocol, and after that you re-engaging them. So figure that thing out. One of the ways you can do that is, of course, push and communication. So of course do that. Just go to push.org to look at all the cool protocols that have done that already. But other ways are also there, like there is meta transaction that you can utilize to ensure that your user is not hopping between different things. Explore cross-chain bridges as well if your protocol is cross-chain. Try to make sure that the user journey is very, very easy. Like if you go to StreamYard from where we are recording or YouTube, you will also see that people don't ask you to log in first. People just show the interface of the dApp or show what the product is first, and they let the users interact. And only when you have to do a critical action, you are asked to log in, which is a thing I am also propagating in the Web3 industry, that we definitely need to get rid of these wallet walled gardens. We can
Mhm,
definitely make sure that the user logins and sees the app. Because right now, what happens is that from a perspective of user, if I come to app.push.org or even Binance bridging, unless I know
mhm,
Binance, I will not trust them to basically connect my wallet and open the interface out. So because of that, a lot of brands they basically focus on marketing because that will build
Mhm.
trust to finally enable a Web3 user to open that app. But for a Web2 user perspective, like that's really not like that's really bad because Web2 users are seeing that you should not interact with a wallet until or a website until you trust them. So Web2 users don't even see the product, and because it's walled. So one of the best ways to eliminate that is basically unwalling it or making your
Mhm.
app available in a read-only mode. So that's again one thing that can be done to massively improve the experience. So yeah, that's the thing. Like if we just focus on the UX part, we already figured out so many cool things Web3 can do that only the UX part remains. And if you just focus on that and think of the perspective of a user who's coming from a Web2 app, you'll be able to figure it out. In fact, as a Web3 developer, you are using a lot of Web2 apps. So just observing them, you'll be able to figure out, okay, what is the hurdle for the user? Keep on removing that. And very soon, the Web2 user will not even realize that they are on Web3. Uh, and that's the thing that we should be aiming for. Like when we go on Gmail, Gmail doesn't tell us that it's running on Apache 2 or EC2 instance, right? It just works. And even StreamYard or even Twitter, it just works. It doesn't tell you that it's running on a cool location or a cool thing. That's what we should aim for. Like Web3 apps should be able to re-engage, should be able to communicate, should be able to remove all the hurdles for the user. And that is how we appeal to Web2 users by making their lives very easy. Uh, and then adding the incentives of Web3 on top of it. And finally, we have a far superior product which everyone wants to try.
Yeah, 100% agree with you. So I think when we talk about Web2 users, I think they are very, very spoiled. We have like so many apps within different sectors for different usage. And there are simply a lot more developers that's more focused on the user engagement. But when a Web2 user entering the Web3 space, for instance, myself, so I'm relatively new to crypto. But when I first started, there was like no people teaching me, right? So I had to download a wallet, copy all the seed phrases, doing everything, interacting with the dApps. If you're so if I want to do cross chain, I have to do a different wallet, and how do I interact with different wallets across different chains? That's definitely a pain. So if there's an app that has perfect UI, I mean not perfect but great UI UX, that can be more engaging and make user experience more seamless, it's definitely going to be a huge success. So I guess this part, let's talk a bit more, right? So I know in the Web2 space, there are a lot of so-called killer app. But when we come to Web3, I don't think there's that many yet. But do you think for the Web3 people, we need a killer app to drive adoption? And what do you think this category could be?
Got it. I think we do have few killer apps. Like Uniswap is a very cool killer
Mm-hmm.
app. Does exactly what it is meant to. Um, Even a lot of gaming apps are becoming very cool. It incentivizes gamers as well, which is extremely cool. NFT is again something very unique to Web3. So I do think we have cool app. Killer apps, I think. Will be probably communication and social, and AI as well to some extent. I think AI will also solve that problem, but social communication and
Mm-hmm.
combined with AI basically drives re-engagement, which is what we need. Like we need to make sure that we are re-engaging with the users, and we need to make sure that we are calling them and telling them that certain things have occurred. Like one of the cool apps that or the ideas that I was thinking about that can utilize AI is around NFT. Like imagine a scenario wherein the AI can look into your wallet, see all the NFTs, and they're able to recommend you like all the other NFTs that you might be interested in. So now you are not discovering, the AI is doing that for you. It can also do a price prediction, like it can analyze that NFT and the time where it was the cheapest and tell you that this is probably the proper time to buy. So now all of a sudden, like I'm interested in NFT, and now I'm getting all these suggestions getting communicated to me that go ahead and buy it. It's the best time to buy. It will drive re-engagement. So yeah, communication, social tools like chatting, and of course, social Web3 will probably be the game changer in terms of driving users. And games, like games, I think is going to be a major game changer. Because with
Mhm.
games and combine that with NFT, and you have so many cool things which you can do. So, so yeah, those are the things I'm really looking forward to in terms of killer apps.
Yeah, cool. Us as well. So, when we talk about BNB chain, I know a lot of people look at our, so we actually surpassed Ethereum and Polygon in terms of weekly active users as well as daily active users. But as from an ecosystem perspective, we are constantly trying to figure out the next trend. Although it's hard to predict, but we are trying not to miss out any sectors as well. So I know we've talked a lot about cross chains. As well as like your plan to come to BNB chain. That's confirmed, and it's gonna be live very soon. Guys, stay tuned. But you also mentioned your vision to be expanding to the major chains. So what are your plans for that in terms of coming to other chains? And what are the factors you are looking into when deciding on which chain to migrate next?
Got it. For BNB, I mean, the thing was very easy. I just tweeted a while back, like, which chain do you guys want me to want us to be on? And BNB community just spammed the comments section of that tweet with BNB. So we kind of knew that BNB is next. And that also shows like the love the community is giving to BNB. The way we look at it, like, of course, we ask the community, what chains do you want us to go on? And that also plays an important part in the decision. We also look at the number of users and the number of dApps a chain has, because, of course, we want to enable these communication tools first for all the cool dApps and all the cool chains, so that they can basically compete with Web2. And then we go for other potential chains. So that's how we look at it. We launch on one chain at a time, like we launch on one chain and then go to other chain. Because the way we look at it, like when we are launching with a chain, we are essentially partnering together to make sure that all the developers of their chain, the life is easy. And for that, what we do is we basically have all our tech team essentially focus on that chain and on those developers, and making sure that they don't have any friction when they're adopting something which is a very new segment for Web3, which is communication. So that's why we basically go like we at least take a gap of 3 to 4 weeks or 3 to 6 weeks to ensure that whatever chain we are on, we are lending full support to the developer, because the chain is also showing trust on us. So we need to make sure that we are launching it right and we are doing things right. So yeah, right now it's going to be BNB, which is going to launch very soon. Uh, and after that, we will again ask the community like what chain they think we should go on for. But that will come after few weeks after we launch from BNB, because yeah, the focus is to make sure that developers and users, their lives are easier. So we are here and focused on one chain to make sure everything goes well before going to other.
Awesome. So we will make sure from the BNB chain side, we will keep you guys busy, at least for the next quarter or so. Yeah.
Awesome.
Great. So this is actually all the questions I have for this AMA. Harsh, would you like to say anything else to our community?
Nope, just guys try go to push.org, scroll down for Discord, try the chat out. It's very cool, very innovative as well, and it has a lot of cool features that are coming. Um, Go to app.push.org, subscribe your favorite channels. Make sure that you're keeping a track on our Twitter and our announcement channels. We are going to announce the launch of BNB Chain very, very soon, along with a few surprises like what all cool protocols are essentially essentially
Yes,
coming
I
together.
saw this.
So so yeah, just keep a track on all of those things. Uh, Give a follow on Push Protocol if you want to, and very excited to be here and to make sure that Web3 goes together. Uh, I think I should say WAGMI as well. So WAGMI.
Super excited. So please do follow up with Push to follow their website, their Twitter, as well as the Discord channels. The team is very active across all the social media, and they are active in the local communities as well. So they participate in a lot of hackathons, and they will be in East Denver. If any of you guys are going to be there, please do say hi to Hush. Now you know how he looks like. And yeah, thank you again for the time today, as well as the audience. We love to have you here, Harsh, and let's continue to build on BNB chain. Yeah,
Thanks. Thanks,
thank
Yuvi,
you,
for
thank
having
you,
me.
thank you,
And
guys.
yes, to
Thank you.
everyone coming on Eat Denver, we have special pink hoodies. So come say
Oh,
hi and get your hoodies.
okay. Thank you so much. Bye bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye bye.